What's good, YouTubers and YouTubex? This is JB Sports back again with another one. The Forbes list has came out for the highest paid athletes. And I'm going to keep this topic just for the sport of boxing. The highest paid athlete in the sport of boxing from June of 2019 through June of 2020 is Tyson Fury. The Gypsy King was number 11 on the list at $57 million. The second highest paid boxer on the list was Anthony Joshua, who came in at number 19 at $47 million. And then after him, right behind him, is Deontay Wilder at number 20 at $46.5 million. And then the fourth highest paid boxer on that list was Canelo Alvarez, who came in at number 30 at making $37 million. Now, Tyson Fury, that $57 million for him consisted of two fights. The Otto Wilder fight in September of 2019, and then, of course, the Deontay Wilder fight in February of 2020. And in those two fights, he made a total of $57 million. Now, Deontay Wilder, $46.5 million, come at the two fights with one being Luis Ortiz. He had that fight toward the end of 2020, if I'm not mistaken, December, or either November or December of 2020, he fought Luis Ortiz. Can't remember the exact date. And then, of course, he fought Tyson Fury in February 22nd of 2020. So he got $46.5 million. He comes in at number 3. And Anthony Joshua, who came in at number 2 at $47 million, had two fights with John Ruiz. He had to fight in the Madison Square Garden in June of 2019. And then he had the rematch in Saudi Arabia, and that fight took place around, I would say around December of 2020. Toward the end of 2020, he fought Andy Ruiz rematch, and he clocked in those two fights at $46 million. So all these AJ fanboys have been coming out saying AJ is the highest paid fighter and Deontay Wilder doesn't make any money. He's only making $2 million per fight. Well, look at the results as we speak as of today, and they're basically even. You know, Joshua has $47 million, and Deontay Wilder's made $46.5 million, and they're right neck and neck as the highest paid athletes, coming in at number 2 and number 3 respectively as the highest paid athlete behind Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, who signed the big time deal with Top Rank and ESPN, and that has catapulted him as the highest paid boxer and the number 11 on the highest paid athlete in the world. So that's interesting. Anthony Joshua not only is not the number 1 heavyweight inside the ring, he's not even the number 1 heavyweight earner. He's not even the number 1 heavyweight earner. He's not even earning the most. A lot of his fans like to say he makes the most money, he makes much more money than Deontay Wilder, he makes much more money than Tyson Fury. He's the highest paid fighter, and he is clearly the A side. Now, you look at these results of the highest earning, and if Tyson Fury is able to beat Deontay Wilder in the trilogy, and Anthony Joshua is able to get by Corbett Pulev, and they get together in the unification fight, Anthony Joshua no longer has a claim of being the A side. Based on these earnings, Tyson Fury will be the A side. And based on these earnings, if Deontay Wilder defeats Anthony Joshua, and they fight him in Joshua fight, Wilder Joshua fight, that's basically a 50-50 fight based on each other's earnings. Now, it could slide even into Wilder favor, depending on how much he earns in the Tyson Fury trilogy and how much Anthony Joshua earns in the Corbett Pulev mandatory. So he could be the B side with Tyson Fury. Definitely Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, and he could be very well be the B side to Deontay Wilder if he defeats Tyson Fury. So that fight there is going to generate way more revenue than Anthony Joshua versus Corbett Pulev. So Eddie Hearn, Papa Hearn, aka Barry Hearn, guys got to understand that AJ is not the head kingpin in the heavyweight division. He's not the head kingpin inside the ring. Obviously, Tyson Fury is number 1 heavyweight. I got Wilder still at number 2. I got AJ at number 3. And he's not the number 1 heavyweight earner in boxing, as these results bring that into light, that he's not even the highest paid boxer. So that is what it is, and it is what it is. And all you AJ fanboys, you got to hold that L right now, because your boy is not the highest paid earner in boxing. and he's not the #1 boxer. He might have the most belts, but you look at all the people that so-called experts in boxing, you ask them who's the #1 heavyweight, majority of them are going to say Tyson Fury. And they get out of when you say a lot, and some of them you're going to have an argument who's the #2 heavyweight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And in my opinion, I give the nod to Deontay Wilder because he didn't lose to some no-name guy that came in obesely overweight in Andy Ruiz and got beat from pillar to post, and then had to fight him in a rematch in an unimpressive fashion, was able to get his belt back. Deontay Wilder, the only person he lost to is the #1 heavyweight in boxing, that's Tyson Fury, and he gets a chance to get payback in the trilogy. So we'll see what happens, we'll see what transpires, but let me know what you think in the comment section about this. Forbes lists again has Tyson Fury as the #1 earning boxer today at $57 million. Anthony Joshua is #2, coming in at ranked number 19 at $47 million. Deontay Wilder is #3, right behind Anthony Joshua, coming in #20 at $46.5 million. And Canelo Alvarez is the 4th highest money earning fighter, coming in at #4 and #30 on the Forbes list, making $37 million. The thing about Canelo Alvarez, he only had one fight during that time frame. I think from June 2019 to June 2020, he had the one fight with Sergey Kovalev, which he earned $37 million. I think the Daniel Jacobs fight might have been right before June 19. I think he fought Daniel Jacobs in May of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So he only had one fight compared to 2 fights for Anthony Joshua, 2 fights for Deontay Wilder, 2 fights for Tyson Fury. So we got to put all that into the equation when we're talking about this list. If Canelo Alvarez would have had another fight, he would have been #2 right behind Tyson Fury at $54 million, but he only had one fight, so that put him down at #4 behind Fury, Joshua, and Deontay Wilder. Let me know what you think about the Forbes list, and what you think about the AJ fanboys and all the people that created this aura about AJ being the highest paid boxer in boxing, and that he was a clear A-side, which is no longer the case when you look at him in comparison to Tyson Fury, and even in comparison to Deontay Wilder. Because as we stand right now, that's a pure 50-50 fight, and that could change the Deontay Wilder fight after if and when he defeats Fury in a trilogy, and Joshua take care of his mandatory will pull in. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. Holla.